just about 8 miles inland from the warm waters of the Atlantic. We are inside Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. And off we go here on Monday night. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The first carry for the Spartan, Kenneth Walker. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Allen to throw. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch and they can't get out in front.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. He'll get this complete to Walker. 13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Dolphins 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Mike, everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. It's 2nd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Williams going to throw on the first play. Short throw taken by Pitts. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Third and a yard. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. Trying to get to the edge, and he will not get there. As a matter of fact, he was taken down behind the line. And that brings up 4th down.
That's a great job defensively. The goal of every defense in the NFL is to accomplish one of two things: turnovers, force field goals. In this case, the big 3rd down stop is most likely going to lead to the latter. Really nice job there in the red zone.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Butker's kick is good. And the Steelers will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run the toss with Walker. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Here's a 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Walker. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Throwing is Allen. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. He's got his man. It's Harrison. And he will have a Dolphins first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on fourth down. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Once again, it's Walker. And he'll work this down inside the 35. Cole Bishop up to make the play. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's third down. From the gun, Josh Allen. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. Straight ahead, it's Walker. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. He'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes third down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's caught by Harrison right side. And he will score. Marvin Harris Jr. Touchdown, Dolphins. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Going up top. And he'll take it on in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. That one on target to Watson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Miami. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters. Receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Dolphins are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll bring up second down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's the tight end, Pitts. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. We'll get this to Pitts once more. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down. Try to throw again. Here's Williams. No chance at all. He'll go down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Williams. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Third and long. Here's Williams. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Third and real long. This is where your defensive line has to come to life. They decided to keep extra blockers in the backfield, but it didn't matter. They were able to bring them down for a sack and brings up 4th down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Williams. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
Now Allen on 1st down. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
The man in motion is Watson. On second down, Allen. He's going to try it here again. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Williams. To the right. That's Phins. And he'll be taken down at the 30.
And, Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the second half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jamison Williams. Touchdown Steelers. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And tell you what, this is about as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. The run up the middle, and it's Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Third down, 3 to go. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Allen. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the 3rd quarter. They convert on 4th down. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's a handoff to Walker. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now a give to Walker, running right. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. So now they'll throw it with Allen. That's to the right side and incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
The man in motion is Watson. Now Allen facing 3rd and long. That's dropped off for Walker. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. And here comes 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
That's taken in, and he will have the 1st down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the 3rd quarter, they convert on 4th down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Off the play fake, here's Allen. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Dolphins. What a big play, a little unscripted there. Greg, that is what tight ends do so well. Hey, you lived it. What are you thinking when the quarterback's on the move out of the pocket?
Scramble drill is the most difficult play to defend down here in the red zone, Mike. It stresses the coverage so much. When you snap your head around of your designed route and you see your quarterback has gotten moved off his spot, now it's just scramble rules. Stay in phase. Work friendly in the same direction as the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. Here's Williams. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. That's the first grab of the game for the man leading the entire league in receptions coming into the weekend. He gets his team a first down. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing is Williams. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Nick Bosa, the former All-Pro, in there for the sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A big play there on 4th down. Good for an even 20. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. It's up and through. And the Steelers extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Walker. And he'll have the Dolphins 1st down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Allen will try to set up the screen here with Walker. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. The tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. He'll try to hit him with a screen. Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Allen gonna throw again. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Another try, 2nd and 10. Now Walker. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This to even the score late. He banged this one, and he's got it. Gets it from long distance. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st down. They'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Short throw taken by Pitts. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Third and short yardage, and here's Williams. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
It's only a yard, but a big yard. 4th and 1. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to have the Steelers' 1st down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1.
Mike, I think the way we've seen the NFL going these past couple years is I think all these quarterbacks, they love when the call comes in for the sideline for quarterback sneak. Hey, coach, put the game on my shoulders. With this offensive line, I'm going to pick up this 1st down, and that's exactly what they did.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
On second down, it's Williams. That's caught left side by Phins. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They still have all 3 timeouts. And here we go with 1st and 10. Gibbs. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts. Clock stops, 46 seconds to go. Here comes second down. A run with Gibbs. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Big play here. Crowd on their feet for 3rd and 4. They'll go with the sneak. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This to win the game. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They move to 16-0 on the year. They have a chance next Sunday to become the first team to finish a regular season 17-0. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. Good night from South Florida.